Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for spending some of your time with me today. It's a Motivational Monday. Yay! We are on Monday number 50, believe it or not. I only skipped one, remember, and we kind of made that up last week. So we should be on week 51, but we're on week 50. And this week's quote is, "Let go of who you think you should be." And we still have that folder, so I had kind of written the quote there. I even have one for next week. I already chosen 251 for the back cover. And so we're still on this folder. So that was Boxing Day, and then this was last week. And so we have this week's. Now, originally, I had said that because I use this really cool pink paper, I wanted to use this pink one on this edge, so it kind of went together. Unfortunately, when I put that next to this, I don't think those look very good side by side. So I think maybe this might go for the back cover or the front cover. It's really pretty. I like it. I want to be sure to use it. I just don't think I'm going to have to be able to use it here. Then I pulled this one. I thought, well, this one has kind of some blue-green, maybe, but I still think it's just too much. I don't really like it. So I pulled some different blues because I thought with the kind of blue sparklies here and this sort of gray, kind of wintry looking background, that some different blues might be good. So I thought we'd audition some of these and make a choice for the background. So I have this one, which is kind of wallpaper looking. So we'll kind of hold it there, which is, it's okay, I think. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's great. I think the colors are better. At least this picks up this blue. So that one's okay. Here's one that's kind of a marble that has a metallic on it. So built-in bling, that's always a good thing. So I think that would be all right, especially if we put something over the top to kind of tone it down some. So maybe this one with something else over the top of it. I have some that I dyed, so it's kind of purpley on one side, but it's much more blue on the other because I used some, what did I use? I think I used food coloring on this one, actually. So you can see it's kind of separated the red, it's kind of a bluey red. So this might go something like this, and then we could pop this piece down here, or we could do side by side, or, we could cut it in half and do, kind of collage, kind of something here, and then another piece down here, and then something filling in these two. So that might be fun. I really like the watercolory aspect of the blue-gray with this background beside it. I feel like color-wise, this works pretty well. I also feel like some of the pattern kind of echoes the idea of the buildings and stuff back here with windows and things like that. So I think that one's a definite maybe. What else do I have? I have this one, which is a piece of paper that I painted. This is watercolor. So I used some different watercolors on it. It's got a metallic watercolor over the top. And if we use this one, then we can do kind of a border, much like we did here, which would kind of marry them, I think, because then they would both have a border and they'd have, kind of a frame. So I think that one is a definite maybe as well. And I like this. And then we can kind of put something in the middle, maybe to do the quote on. I'm thinking today, the quote is a little long, so I was thinking that we might make the quote kind of the focal point and then build some decorations out around it, just some small images, birds, flowers, butterflies, I don't know, something like that out around it, kind of encircle it. So that's kind of my thought. So this would be a nice background for that. It would be a nice frame. And then, the writing in the middle, maybe we could even cut a circle or an oval and then out around it. I think that might be a good choice. So right now, I think these two are my favorites. This one is the same kind of thing. It would definitely need a border, but honestly, I feel like the brown is too warm for the cool gray over here, so I don't think that one. Here's another one that I painted. It's a little bit different, so you can see the difference in the backgrounds here. And this one has some warmer tones in it, and it's not, I don't like it as much as I like this one. And then there's this that we could, I was thinking we could use this to mix and match in with this one. So if we did like this and, you know, had this down here, could even maybe, I think it kind of goes horizontally. So, you know, a piece here and then something like this down here. So it'd kind of be piecemeal. So I thought at first that was what I wanted to do, but honestly, the more I look at this one, I think this is the one I want to go with. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this in. Crafting with Cats. Hello, kid. And then we'll figure out what to put on for a border. We could maybe use some washi tape. This was kind of a little miniature snippet roll sort of thing. So let's go ahead and get this glued down. You can see I put watercolor background number 12 and 17 because I have already scanned these into my computer so that I can use them later as, you know, as backgrounds if I want to print them. If someday I actually get a printer that, you know, shows up color really nicely. I am thinking about getting one of the Epson Eco tanks, but probably not for a while yet. Probably not for a while. So I apologize that my voice still sounds really hoarse. I think I'm just going to cough forever, it seems like. So I don't know. I can't decide if it's the air quality. That's a little low. Can't decide if it's the air quality or, you know, if there's something else going on. I don't know. The doctors don't know. Nobody knows. So I do have an appointment with a specialist in a couple more weeks. You know how that is. It takes forever to get in. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully, you know, they can tell me what's going on and maybe figure out why I'm always coughing and hoarse. Because I don't feel sick. I feel okay. I just seem to cough incessantly. So, and I haven't had COVID, so it's not like it's long COVID. You know, I haven't had COVID. I don't have the antibodies for them. So it's not, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's not that. Which, you know, is kind of most people's first thing is like, oh, you have COVID. It's like, well, I don't have it and I haven't had it. So it's a little wonky, you know, with the coughing and stuff. So I will endeavor to, you know, not sound too terrible. Okay, so we've got that down. Let me grab some washi tape here. Washi tape. See, I'm loving this. Look at this bin. Isn't this nice? So, okay. So here's kind of the blues. Got some sparkly going on there, but I'm not sure that's what I want. All right, so let's take a look at some of the blues here. Hello, kid. Crafting with Cats. Come on, baby. Hop down. There you go. So this is kind of fun. It's got some flowers on it, but it's there's kind of a blue-green kind of going on. That might be kind of fun. Come on, sweetie, hop down. So I like that idea. There's just a plaid, which kind of echoes some. There's like some gray plaid over here. Let's see, we'll stick that down. And then this one, I think this might be a third good option. So let's Let's see what these look like. Audition. Kind of a tropical, but I really like the colors on it. So this one has a lot more contrast to it. Okay, this one is my least favorite one, I think. Oops, dropping stuff. Oh my gosh, where'd it go? Okay, the cat's gonna play with it. So I think color-wise, I like this one. And I think that's okay, yeah. It's still botanical looking, so if we put flowers and stuff out around it. Oh, there's this. I missed this one. What about this? See, now I'm starting to second guess myself. Is this one better? What do you think? I still like this one, I think. So, okay. You got my tape? So my cat is down there playing with the roll of tape that I just dropped. Oh, well. Crafting with cats. If you have cats, you know what that is like. I'm sure having a dog is also the same kind of thing. They may not, they may not jump up on the table next to you like a cat does, at least like my cats do. But I'm sure that they, stand up and want attention and things like that. So I am positive that the same thing happens, with all pets. Your pets are like, oh, you're hanging out down here. You're having a seat. It's time to get petted. Play with me. Pet me. Right? That's what mine do anyway. I don't have dogs. I had a dog once, many years ago. It was my spouse's dog. I'd never had a dog before in my life, so it was a new experience for me. And I like dogs, but what I discovered is I like other people's dogs. I don't want to live with a dog and have to get up and walk it and things like that. It's not the dog itself. I mean, dogs are fine. I like other people's dogs. And I have several friends who have some really great dogs. So they're fun. I just don't want to have to do that was the end of the roll of tape here. Hopefully we have enough to see us to the end. I just, I just don't want to have to get up and take it for a walk and things like that. So that's just me and my preference. So that ran out of sticky, but there's still tape. So, so that's just me and my preference. But I like all animals. I like dogs and cats and rabbits and birds, fish, and all kinds of things. So, I think anybody who's an animal person, a pet person, probably likes them all to varying degrees. Like there are some that you want to live with, and there are others that you think are cool. You just don't want to have to take care of them. And that's how I feel about dogs. Dogs are cool. I just don't want to have to take care of it. So, but I think they're really cute, especially the little ones. When I see people out with their dogs, we go to, flea markets and craft fairs and things like that, and people often bring their dogs to those. And of course, dogs like that are generally very friendly, and they generally like me and Lock and Bar. They have a tendency to come up to us and want to get petted and, say hi to us. So I think they know that we like them. So, okay, so I think that's pretty, and we've left that. So good. I'll punch those holes at the end. I don't know, feel like maybe I should punch them now, but maybe not. I think I'll just leave it for now, and then we'll come back and do those holes at the end. Okay, so now we have this quote, let go of who you think you should be. So I wonder about some of this other paper. I wonder about putting some of this in the center, like an oval of this, writing the quote on it and putting it in the middle. Yep, I think that one's going to be too busy to write on. We could write on this maybe. I feel like this one is probably the best bet. So what do I have that's an oval? Let's see. All right, so I have these little cards that are meant to slip in a photo. It's a photo card. I think it's a cabinet card is what it's called. But I was wondering about tracing the oval under that. I mean, I guess I could cut a piece of paper and put it in there and then trace it, couldn't I? That might be a way to go about doing this. That might be a good way to do it. Let's see. Let's grab a pen. Okay, let's see. Do we like this part? Do we want more of the blue? Maybe more of the blue, maybe up here. Okay, now I know that that's going to be too big because I need it to fit inside of that, so I will cut inside that line. I can see, and what I want to do is I want to put the piece of paper inside the little cabinet card holder, trace the oval, and then cut that oval out is kind of what I'm after there. Let's see, will this fit in? It may still be a little big, I don't know. And it's still just a little too wide. Go that off. Okay. Because what I want is that oval shape. And I don't really have anything oval to trace around. So I'm going to use that. If I can get it back out. Haha. See, now we have that nice little oval. Okay. Well, I feel like I probably should have done it on the back, but let's get our oval cut here. Maybe I should have written it first and then put it in there and centered it in the oval. Well, hindsight's 20/20. We'll just have to do the best we can with what we have. So, hopefully, this will look really good. Okay. That seems very small, doesn't it? Oh, gosh. Well, I guess we could put something behind it, mat it, maybe frame it. Let go of who you think you are. Let's see, what could we frame it with? One of these? Could we frame it with one of these papers? Would this make a nice little frame? That seems kind of busy, doesn't it? What about that? Would that make a nice little frame to kind of frame it out here? I don't know. Not real crazy about any of those. I like the idea of this, and I do want to put some stuff out around it, so maybe we'll do a little collage. We could do some music paper or something, collage in the middle, and then do some stuff out around it in each corner. You know, that might be good. So let's go ahead and write the quote, and then we'll figure out what to put on it. All right, let go of who you think you should be. So I thought I might use my Artex acrylic markers because they seem to write on pretty much everything. So it came with a little swatch card, but I don't, you know, swatches depend a lot on your paper and things like that. So it did come with a swatch card, but like you can see, lemon yellow looks a little darker on their swatch than it came out on my paper. So I swatched it out myself. What do you think? I'm thinking Prussian blue, or should we use a blue-green? Let's see, we've got, this is kind of all gray. There's blue, Prussian blue. Or do we want to use like emerald green maybe? That might be pretty, okay, let's go for emerald green. Let's see, that's number 60. And that's this one. All right, let's write it with the small end first. Then we can go back and beef it up. Let's see, let go. Could we get let go of who? All right, let's just start up here. We can make it fatter in a minute, but of who you. Let's see. Do we want to emphasize think or should? Let go of who you think you should be, or let go of who you think you should be. Go who you. Oh, we don't have to emphasize either, do we? Let go of who you think you should be. I guess I could have started a little higher up. Oh, oh well. This is my journal, and it's okay if the lettering isn't perfect. And I know I keep saying I'm going to work on that lettering, and I do like it when the letters are pretty, but I don't always do a good job of spacing them. I think it's hard to kind of tell how much space something is going to take. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to put down some artificial lines somehow. I don't know how I would do that. Like, because I don't want to leave lines on here. You know, I wish there's some kind of overlay I could put on so I could see the lines, but then when I wrote on it, they would disappear. Because I'm sure you can put something down and see the lines, but then they're still there when you're done. And I really don't want the lines. So I should have left more space at the bottom. Should have moved up a little bit. Maybe I should have gone let go of who you think you should be. Should we try again? What do you think? I don't know. I think maybe I'm going to have to do it again. Because I think I should have gone let go of who you think you should be. Okay. I am going to, I still have enough of that paper, I think. I'm going to do another oval. I'll be right back and see if I can get that one right. I won't make you watch me do it a second time. Okay, I'm back. And as you can see, I did a better job on this one. I also cut it a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see this time I was smart and I traced the line on the back so that I could cut out around it and make it a little bit larger. So this one's a better, I think. And also, while I was doing that, I just grabbed my bag of scraps and I found this. And I thought this would make a really nice kind of offset here. And we could still maybe put some pearls around this, I'm thinking. So I thought we'd go ahead and glue this down. And then we can decorate around the words. And then maybe do something out in the edges too. So this one's a fairly simple layout, but sometimes I think the words should just speak for themselves. And so I think that's what we're letting this one do, is we're just letting the words kind of be the focal point here. But that's okay, because, that's different. It's always good to do something a little bit different. So let's see, this came off. Do I want to add it back? Not really. Okay. Oh, I've made my trash bucket too far. Okay, so I like that there. And then I want this on top of it. So I'm really liking the reorganization I've done on my bins, because I feel like I've already started using things that I had forgotten that I had, and I want to use what I have, and I cleaned out stuff, but even then, if I had a bunch of something, I kept some of it. It's not like I got rid of, everything I had. I just wanted to, keep enough so that I had enough to use, but not so much that it was overwhelming. So let's see, that's gonna stick. So I brought some bling. I have some silver, so we don't have to go all the way around. But I also have some of these little clear. I really like these little pearls, and I thought this might look cute, kind of just all the way around. So just kind of making a little frame here, right? Get plenty of bling, right? I really like this quote too, because I think a lot of times we spend time thinking about who everybody else wants us to be. Who do you think we should be? Oh, I should be the person who, does this, that, or the other. I should be, the one who volunteers for everything, and, that kind of thing. I should do all of that, but, sometimes you have to learn to say no. And I think worrying about what everybody else thinks you should be is a way to say no. I think it's important to just kind of be who you are. And I've always tried to do that, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to not fall into the, what does everybody else want from me? I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good daughter. I want to be a good teacher. I want to be, and what should I be in order to do all of those things? And it's hard sometimes. You know, we all struggle with that from time to time, I think. The other day, my daughter tagged me in a post on Facebook, and it said, name a mom who's killing it, but doesn't really even know, doesn't even know she's doing well. Kind of something like that or whatever, or name a mom who's doing whatever. Anyway, she tagged me in it and wrote a post saying that I was like the best mom ever and that I was killing it and that I didn't even know it. I didn't even know I was good at it. So that, that made me tear up, of course, because, when your 27-year-old daughter says you're killing it as a mom, then you know that you're doing okay. I like that. That's pretty. Okay. So let's put some prettiness out in here. Sometimes the stuff we have, sometimes the stuff I do is pretty and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just cute and fun and silly. Doesn't mean it's ugly, just means it's not pretty. It's not the pretty kind, it's not whatever. But I think this is really pretty. I like this. Okay, so I brought along some of my small embellishments here. So let's see what we might have. We think flowers, butterflies. Do we want to stay with blues? Could do that. Here's a little butterfly. We could do some stuff out around the edges. Maybe something closer. Do we want to pull it closer in so it's more of a frame here? Oh, that might be cool. I like the paper there, but what if we pulled it a lot closer in? Let's see what all I've got in blue here. Maybe we keep it in the blues. Let's just do a quick look here. For the blues, that's got a little bit of blue on it. Some blue. That's blue, blue, blue. Apparently I have a lot of blue. I like blue. There's one. This one's pink and blue. It doesn't really kind of seem to go. This one's kind of pink and blue as well. So maybe a little contrast there. I mean, we could go for contrasting. We could do pink. But I'm kind of feeling the blues here, kind of liking that. Just doing a quick look through. A couple other things with blue. I mean, that's probably plenty, but sometimes you just got to keep looking. There's some blue and yellow, so there's some contrast with a little bit of the blue in it. There's some more antique looking blue. Just kind of sticking to some butterflies and flowers here, I think. All right, I think that's pretty much everything. I'm sure there's more down there, but that's as far as we're going to dig. We will leave the other things for another day. So, all right, so let's see, what do we have? So we've got a couple of things that are contrasting that we might want to use. We've got some butterflies here. Maybe let's start with building out. This one kind of looks a little bit different, but by the time we ink them up, maybe kind of start with just building out around. Can I just kind of build a frame? These are the same. So there's like 3 of the same here. I don't want to cover all of this up. I like this, so I just want to kind of run along the edge. But those are the same. I didn't realize those were the same. So maybe something out. Kind of. Okay, so are those the same? I guess they are. They're just reversed, aren't they? So we got a couple. Okay, so let's add in a couple of these that have some color in them. Maybe to kind of hook them together here this way. Which way does that go, do you think? I think that's got a little bit of pink, blue and yellow. Here's a little pink. Some there. And then maybe a butterfly up here. Could do a couple of butterflies. We could kind of stack them like that one. Or let's see. What do I think about that? I think that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever done anything that looked kind of quite like that. So I like that. Let's see. What else do I have? I have some stamps. You know, so the question is like, do we want to fill in stuff so the whole edge is covered? You know, I want to see this paper, so I don't want to necessarily cover that. You know, so I kind of want to move it out a little, you know, something like that. But what else do we have? Do we have anything in blue in here? Let's see. I don't want to mess up my design here. What else do we have? Some green. Lots of green. I see lots of green. I don't see very much blue. There's this one stamp with some blue. Nope. There's something else with some blue. This one has blue. Just thinking we might, you know, put some stamps in there just for something interesting, right? We've got flowers. We've got some butterflies. I'm liking the stamps. See, I'm kind of on a little kick with my stamps here. Do you do that? Do you get a kick of I really like this or that, so I want to use it? That's blue. And that's more green. That one's more green. Lots of green. Not too much blue. Not too much blue. Here's some blue. Oh, this is some reproduction stamps here. Those are blue. There's a little flower in blue. Blue. I know we're kind of doing the whole monochromatic thing here, right? But I think most of those are not blue. That one's kind of bright blue. It's a couple smaller things in blue. It's pretty blue. So some of these are actual stamps. Some of them are things I've cut out of catalogs. Some of them are, you know, little stamp things I've made. Like I made some of these out of images where I just layered the paper and put some, you know, put a faux postmark on it and that kind of stuff. Okay, I think that's probably our dive for for blue there. So let's see what we have here. We've got several things that might fit in. Oops. So we could, you know, I don't know about like putting some stamps on and then, you know, putting something over it. That seems a little large. Or just filling in some spaces. Yeah. Maybe putting the stamps over the edges of some of the flowers. You know what? I just don't like it. I thought I was going to, but I don't. So that's okay. We tried it out. I really like this, though. I really like what I have here. So what I think I'd like to do... Is this supposed to go this way? I think this goes this way. What I think I'd like to do is ink these up and go ahead and glue them down so that, you know, so that they're ready to go here. And then if we decide to do something else, you know, that's always a possibility. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and use the vintage photo. I don't have much left of it, but it's good for this, right? That's walnut stain, and then soot. Oh gosh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So I'm thinking we'll start with this one. And I'm just going to go over, because it's kind of bright white, I'm just going to go over the whole thing. And I think I want that there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kind of glue them down as I go. Because I want it to kind of fill this space. Here we go. So the ones that are bright white, I just, you know, they're kind of a glossy cardstock. And so this just tones them down a little bit, gives them a little more of an aged feel, which I don't have anything, you know, against glossy, as you know. Knowing how much I like bling, you know that glossy is often my friend, and I can't believe I dropped that. Oh well, guess that's where it's gonna go. Just kind of struggling a little bit today with some of these things. Dropping stuff and not doing the quote right the first time. Well, that's nothing new, right? I frequently don't do the quote right the first time. I should have just cut 2 of those to start with. And I think right along here. Right. There we go. Just kind of want to go around, around this. I'm going to leave the butterflies for last because I'm going to work my way back up on this side, I think. So, hope you guys are having a good day. If you're still with me at this point, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button. It helps me out a good deal with the YouTube algorithms, helps me be seen by other people. So I would definitely appreciate a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, certainly. I am happy to talk to you. if I don't respond to your comment, it means I haven't seen it for some reason. It doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you in any way. Trust me, because I really want to talk to people. But I've discovered, for some reason, I was looking back through comments, and I was, just making sure I commented on things. And I was looking back, it said, I got a little message that said, you have, 3 comments you haven't responded to. And I'm like, what? 3 comments that I didn't respond to? How did that happen? And I looked back, and they're from like 2 months ago or something. So I don't even know what was happening, that I missed seeing them, or I didn't, my notification didn't work somehow. I don't know, but I feel really bad. I feel really bad when something like that shows up and it's like, you didn't respond. I'm like, what do you mean I didn't respond? I try really hard to respond to everybody, even if it's just a little thumbs up or a heart, if I'm super busy that day. I may not get a chance to say much in return, but generally I try. I try very hard to, be responsive. I try really hard to be responsive, because if you've taken the time to leave me a comment and talk to me, then I certainly want to talk to you too. So if you have left a comment and I did not respond to it, I am very, very sorry, sincerely. It was never my intention to snub you or anything like that. So I hope you'll forgive me and give me another chance to respond because I really want to. I think sometimes I'm not really sure about running YouTube occasionally. Sometimes I have trouble operating it. It's user error, I'm sure. But I know that I had downloaded the Studio app. There's like a Creator Studio, and I downloaded the Studio app to my phone, and it said I was getting like all of my notifications there, but it suddenly quit sending them to me on email. Like I usually get a little email notification that someone has joined, subscribed or left a comment or liked something, that sort of thing. So I get like an email notification of that. And so I quit getting email notifications, and then but I didn't get any notifications from that either. So it was, you had to sign in and look at it to see it, but there was there's nothing to tell you somebody had commented. So I took that back off. So I'm thinking that when I missed some comments is probably when that was happening. So I apologize if I have done that to you. Sincerely, I am sincerely sorry, because I do want to talk to you. Okay, let's see. What do we think? I kind of like this. I feel like we could put some more on it, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. I'm thinking I might, I don't know, should we put something in the corners? Do we need something else? Maybe that's where we should put the stamps. I don't know. What else do I have? I guess I have some clusters. Maybe we could put a cluster on it. I have 2. If I can open this. Okay. For some reason, this is just a little doohickey. Gosh, sorry, that's loud. I have some little faux seals that I made that are kind of cute. We could glue down some ribbon and like put a seal with some ribbon on it, maybe. Let's see, what do I have? This one's kind of blue sparkly. Looking to see if there's anything that might particularly go. This is a coin. This one's kind of just brownie. Might be pretty with some blue ribbon. Here's kind of a bluish. It's hard to tell sometimes When I made these faux stamps, they're made from hot glue, and I pressed coins into them, things like that, into the hot glue. Like I put the coin on an ice cube and got it really cold, and I did a dollop of hot glue, and then I, and some of them have glitter, and then I went back with some ink or wax or paint and things like that on different things, and kind of so you could see, put a little coating so it kind of popped it out a little bit. So I kind of like that seal. I kind of like that one. And I sort of like this one. This one's got a little bit of a flower. It's kind of pale. Don't care for that one very much. Oof, super low. Let's see. Are there any more in here that are kind of that colorway? All right, so I like these two better than the others. What do we think? Do we think some ribbon? Couple pieces of ribbon, like a little ribbon loop, and then the hot glue seal over it. Let's see what kind of ribbon. Okay, would you believe I do not have any blue ribbon? There isn't any. I do have this kind of purple though, and it's kind of a gray purple, so I'm liking that. So I'm thinking just like a little, let's tape off of here. Okay. Just have to cut that off. So I'm thinking like a little, something like this, and then this on top of it. What do you think? I think maybe a little smaller than that. So like this, and then see which way it's up. This way is up. Then like the little seal holding it there, or do we like this seal? Kind of like the darker one. So I don't know, there, up here, we like it maybe, is it better at the bottom? Is it better down here? Down there. Kind of on the edge there. I think I kind of like it up here, actually. That's kind of my favorite spot here, is this. I think I like it there. And then I think I like, even though this is kind of reddish, but it's sort of more brown than red. I don't know. Maybe this one's better. I'm second guessing here. I think this is also a coin. No, I think I'm second guessing. I don't know. What do you think there? Just something fun and different, or down here? Seal of approval. I think I like it up here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do just a little dot of glue to kind of hold this in place. About there. If I can just get it to stick a little. Yep, like that. Okay, now we gotta figure out which way is up on this. This is a coin, and I think it goes this way, looks like. I know it's very hard to see, I'm sure, on the screen. So I had put, there's like a little image underneath, and then I did the hot glue on top of it, and then I pressed a coin into it. And then some of the glue was sparkle glue, glitter glue kind of things. So, okay, I think that's pretty. I like that. Something different. Haven't used those in a while. I made a bunch and then I kind of didn't use them. I think I really just like that. It's simple and it's straightforward, but I'm enjoying looking at it. So I think it's a good counterpoint to this one, which has a lot going on, I think, over here. So, all right, I think we'll call this one done. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.